That is so good. I don't know how you do that.
Welcome.
So well.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of the Introverts Supercast. We're here today with the lovely beatbox Tan.
Salam.
Salam. Yeah, salam. That's right. That's Adam Sandler says that a lot, right?
I don't know, does he?
I don't know. I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. If not, salam. That's for the. That's where we pick up a lot of Pokemon, right? From that that place over there in the corner.
This is from Turkey.
But that's
salam.
I've heard that. I've heard that though.
I know you always say assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. What's up, Tan? How are you?
I'm getting warmer.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah, Texas weather is all kind of crazy up in here, which it normally is. I mean, we kind of go from one extreme to the next, but it was on a whole other level this last week.
Why don't you explain to the listeners what happened?
Okay, so we live in Texas. And is that your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, I put mine on silent.
How do you do that? Just switch it down?
Mm-hmm. And we got this winter storm that just kind of came through, and we knew it was going to get cold because actually you normally know before I do because you start requesting meals.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want some caldo.
For cold. Yeah, is that it's
soup?
like chicken soup.
Soup?
But we use Mexican rice in it and not like noodles, I guess. That's the best way.
Ready. Yeah.
So you always request that whenever it gets cold. And I figured, okay, it's going to get cold, whatever. And then they said it's going to snow. And I'm like, yeah, not where we're at. It normally doesn't. It's very rare. But they kept saying, yeah, no, it's going to snow. It's going to this. It's going to that. And it was just way worse than I expected. It didn't snow because it got too cold to snow. Everything iced over. Mm-hmm. Everybody, I've seen the news. How many people were out of electricity here in Texas?
I don't want to sound selfish, but I really didn't focus on Texas. I just focused on Corpus, and everyone around us had no electricity, no water, and there was no food.
Well, our son and daughter-in-law in San Antonio were out of electricity from Sunday to Wednesday or Thursday.
Mm-hmm. And for like 6 days or something. Also, one of my buddies in the island. Oh,
yeah. So we have an island here. There's only the freeway takes you there. They closed the freeways. And he didn't have electricity. He didn't have water. He didn't have anything. Mm-hmm. Pipes were breaking. It's like, your phone's blowing up with all these messages with, I heard an explosion with these transformers, I guess.
Did somebody hear gunshots? I heard gunshots.
Yeah, you hear that all the time. So it got really bad over here. And I guess apparently the grids, the electrical grids weren't ready for the extreme cold, and they were supposed to be, but they weren't. So long story short, a lot of people lost electricity, and I do feel a little guilty that we had it the whole time.
I know.
So we tried to keep our heater down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I like it cold, so I don't really like it.
I was walking around in like big sweaters, couldn't find the electric blanket until afterwards.
Yeah, we don't really sit here and bake ourselves,
Yeah.
But it was weird because my friend was like, I haven't showered in like 6 days, and we have no electricity and no water. And I was like, dude, tell me about it. I was trying to read my Wall Street Journal while having a bubble bath.
Oh, shut up.
And the water started getting
terrible.
a little lukewarm.
Oh my gosh, you're bad. I mean, no, he's kidding because our son, daughter-in-law didn't have it. And it was just, I worried about them the whole time. And I know it hit us the way Harvey hit us when we didn't have electricity. And that was in the summer.
Hurricane Harvey.
What did I say?
You said Harvey, but people are like, what do you mean Harvey? What is it, like a
Harvey
killer?
Harvey punched you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hurricane Harvey hit us, and we didn't have electricity for days.
Oh,
and
it sucked.
That was really bad because we couldn't even open the window.
Yeah.
Because we have these kind of mutant roaches here.
Yeah, dude. I've never seen bugs like I've seen in Corpus.
Yes.
When I came here, I was like, whoa, these are motherships.
Crazy. Yes, I've never seen that before. And then they're the huge flying kind.
Yeah, they're like giant dung
like
beetles.
Bigger than cicadas, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you just hear them fly by your head, just like, vroom. You say, oh my God. so we couldn't even open, even though we had screens, we would find one that would make its way inside. You're like, what the heck? Mm-hmm. And it's not like we could really do anything to kind of keep cool, except take a
cold shower, and then
go to bed.
And then say, don't touch me, get away from me.
Yeah, don't even let your arm touch my arm because, no, it was bad.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like that this time, but everybody, they were bedridden because the only way to stay warm is under the blankets in bed. And then, I don't know. And now the shelves, like we had a gas shortage, so everybody using their generators on gas and stuff like that. And you went to the store, and how were the shelves?
It felt like COVID hit.
Yeah. I think it was worse than COVID because when COVID started, there was still some food on the shelves because people they didn't understand how bad it was going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it got pretty bad here, but it'll be in the 70s today.
Yeah. It almost as if it never happened, right?
Yeah. We have tropical weather here. So for it to hit us at all was kind of crazy.
Yeah. It went from I thought it was nice because we're from El Paso.
Oh, it gets cold in El Paso.
And we even lived in Odessa, and it gets really cold out there.
Marfa got really cold too.
Yeah. And then you come here and you're like, okay, I'm used to this weather, but the city's like, oh my gosh, I'm freezing. And it's like, I guess you guys aren't used to this.
I know. And then I go outside and I see our banana tree. It's like, I think it's at the point of no return. I think it froze completely.
Yeah. And then it's so weird because we're playing with our friend Adrian. He lives in,
Wisconsin,
up north. Yeah.
Yeah, ish.
And he's like, dude, what are you guys talking about? It's like 0 degrees out here. It's like 3 degrees. I'm like, hey, dude, do me a favor. Get some hot water and throw it out the window. Little did I know it has to be negative 30 degrees in order for it to work. But he did it, and it didn't work, and it was hilarious nonetheless.
And I was like, don't be telling him to do that. He's going to throw it up in the air and land on him, and oh, my gosh.
All right, so that's...
Big ups. Big upsy.
That's all that pretty much happened, right?
That was a lot in a week.
Yeah, and it's all over now.
Yes.
So
what's up with you, Gusto? What else? Anything that I didn't cover?
Well, I mean, I don't know whether to put this in the news section. No, I just hunkered down and I just gamed.
Yeah, you did.
I was just gaming like when you're gaming and you start smelling, you're just like, oh yeah, that's gross. That's like, how when you're working out or when you're playing football, you start sweating and smelling. I get that when I play video games.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, oh, I'm working out. I get intense. Like I'll just start I feel like I'm not breathing. I'm just like,
I don't breathe. I don't breathe. And then that I like when we're playing and it's so intense because you're like, hey, are you okay, Ton?
Yeah, I was like, I
can't
hear
you're quiet.
You,
I get so quiet when it's super intense. And then I start blowing my nose a lot because I guess I can't pinpoint why, but I think it's because I stopped breathing and then my nose gets stuffy. It's weird.
Game apnea, like sleep apnea, and you just forget to breathe when you're gaming.
Yeah.
You have to wear a mask while you game.
I know. I should. It's so weird.
So I just pretty much gamed like nonstop. Just I love this weather, and then that's all I pretty much did. I ate caldo and I gamed.
And then you told me, you had the nerve to text me and say, hey, don't drink coffee. There's a water shortage. I'm like, you're telling me with cold weather not to drink coffee?
Well,
what?
You have a limited amount. And then I went to the store and I was just like, these freaking morons. Because people are just like dumb. Like this happens. They go, get all the toilet paper. I'm like, dude, that's the least of your concerns. Like really toilet paper? And then they'll get like all the meat and they'll get all the milk and all the eggs. And I'm like, look, I just want some Takis. Can I get some Takis?
Those were all gone too.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, there's no Takis. I love-hate relationship with Takis. Yeah. Like I think they're gross, but I just love putting one in my mouth and just crunching on it and going, I like that.
That's so gross.
Yeah, I know. And
I don't like them.
So they took all my Takis and I said, okay, fine, whatever, right? And by the way, that's not a Mexican chip or like a.
It's not. Takis?
Well, that's not really like Mexican.
Oh, you mean like legit?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's like white people think Mexicans eat hot chips and they think Takis are hot chips, but they're not.
They can get hot.
I don't know. But so they didn't have any Takis and I was like, okay, fine. Give me a bagel. I want a bagel. I want a bagel or raisin bagel. Like that's what I want. And some cream cheese. And that was all gone.
Of course.
And I was like, dude, fine. Let me just get some, what did I get? I got some chips and like nothing. And I was like, dang, we got no food. But whatever.
Well, yeah, we have food. It's just people don't change their mentality of what to cook. Like right now we're getting all these messages of people that are waiting in line for eggs and milk.
Eggs and milk, really.
And I'm like, do you really have to make eggs in the morning, or can you substitute it with something else? And there's other things you can do. And even if you don't have oatmeal, if you don't have toast, if you don't have normal breakfast things, you're telling me you can't have a sandwich in the morning. Like, just change it and don't cause this big stir, because then stores are out of everything.
Look, I'll wait in line for a Dreamcast or for Halo Master Chief, Halo Reach. I'll wait in line for those, or even a 3DS, a Zelda Limited Edition, but I'm not waiting in line for eggs. Absolutely not.
Well said.
All right, but here we go, Ton. I have a surprise for you. You don't even know.
No, I don't know what we're going to talk about.
What the round table is going to be about.
Usually kind of spring these on me last minute, and I don't mind it.
Funny you say spring. Because, well, you probably haven't seen this, but there's a video that came out from the good folks at iFixit. I love these guys. I ordered a kit from them to open up my original Xbox to take the capacitor out so that it wouldn't burst.
Yeah.
But these guys are wizards.
Yep.
And they break down consoles so you can clean the fans, and so you could put some thermal paste on your PlayStation 4. They really break things down. Well, this time they broke down the PlayStation 5. Was it DualSense?
Yeah, the controller.
DualShock 3 or DualSense, whatever they call it. Yeah. And they broke it down. And you know how the lawsuits on the Switch drift? Those the Joy-Cons?
It wasn't on those. It was on the PlayStation. They were getting drifts.
No, but the Joy-Cons original, the class action lawsuit that happened, which they replaced our Switch Wiimotes because of that.
Yeah.
Now PlayStation,
it's drifting.
They did a class action lawsuit.
Yep.
Well, these guys broke it down. And, okay, so here's the thing. When they open them up, so the same little joysticks, they're made from the same company.
Oh, really?
And they make the DualShock 4 controllers, the joysticks, the Xbox One joysticks, same ones.
Okay.
The Switch Pro controller, same ones. Xbox One Elite, the expensive $200 Elite controller. And I think that was it. But they all use the same, it's not harp, I can't think of the name, hap or something, but they use the same joysticks. And they're all using them.
Yeah.
And it turns out they were doing some deep dive into it, seeing what was the problem. And there's really no problem. They're saying there's a, potentiometer, and that's what kind of gets this signal going from like left or right or up and down. And it's like a little patch or a little
pathway.
Yeah, and it determines how much voltage or to send for your character to look up or down or left or right, and that's getting worn because, of course, what do you do with a joystick?
Is it not deep enough?
Well, no, I mean it works fine, but
after
they were looking like, hey, what's the problem? Are these defective or what? And they're like, no, it's just it gets worn out. And they were like, okay, some of the guys there at iFixit, I guess they do a lot of Call of Duty. And they were saying that with further research and like intense gameplay with games like Call of Duty, it gives you about just over 400 hours of gameplay before it starts drifting.
Okay.
Is that a dog crapping in our yard?
No, it's a lady walking in shorts with her kid.
Oh, okay. I just saw.
I was waiting for you to run out the door.
Oh yeah, when someone does that, I jump out. I'll ask them, hey, can you just pick that up?
Yeah, we have doggy bags right in front of the house.
But yeah, so it turns out that 400 hours of gameplay. That's intense gameplay. So I was looking at it going, okay, you divide that. Let's say 4 hours a day. Okay, but that's 4 hours every day. That's about 104 days of intense gameplay.
That's a little over 3 months.
Yeah. So let me ask you. Is that fair? I mean, if this is something they're looking at saying this is going to happen with the more you're moving the controller up and down, left, right, I guess you're wearing out that little band.
Okay.
That little track. So is it fair?
Okay, before we get into that, then let me ask you, because I know I experienced it with the Switch Pro controller, like you mentioned.
Yeah, and drift going up, yeah.
Yes, remember I was playing Animal Crossing. It was driving me up the wall to just play something so simple that didn't require anything crazy. And you're like, just go up. I go, I am going up, and it's going down. And then the Joy-Cons.
Oh, yeah, we experienced that.
But what on earth did we play? I mean, what, Smash Brothers? Like, what was so intense on the Splatoon? Well, Splatoon's not that intense. I mean.
But wait, these are the Joy-Cons. They're not the same parts. So that's a completely different taste. I don't know about those. I just know the Switch Pro, the DS4, the Xbox One.
Well, what about the Switch Pro? I mean, they did use that on Smash Brothers, but I still don't see that as an intense.
Yeah, but you know what? With that scenario, they're kids. And remember, we took it to Silver's house, and kids drop controllers, and kids put Coke in. And remember, our buttons get sticky. And I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah, thank God our kids are older. That doesn't happen much anymore.
And my whole thing is, they give you a 1-year warranty.
Yeah.
Because, but is it fair game if you're doing intense Call of Duty, just, jerking the controller back and forth and for 4 hours a day, every single day, and you can stretch it out. Let's say you don't play every day. Maybe it'll be, 5, 6, 7, 8 months.
Well, I mean, there's no disclaimer on there. And I think that's what would have saved them from a class action lawsuit, as crazy as it sounds. But I don't think it's fair because either that or lower the price, because I don't want to pay $60 for a controller every so many months.
But we don't. You and I don't.
Because we don't play that way. But this is what I think too, though. If you're going to be playing games like that, like Call of Duty, something that intense, then you know what? Go ahead and invest in a different controller. Get a SCUF controller. Get
Oh man, you know what? Let's be honest. All of our SCUF controllers broke, and we're not like pro gamers.
Well, I didn't get to use my SCUF controllers because everybody else took them over.
But yeah, the SCUFs, I'll say it. I think they're trash. They look neat and they're funky, like cool, like the colors and the paddles. I love them, but they're all trash. Every single one of our SCUF controllers broke.
But did the kids drop them?
Well, we have all the controllers. We have official Xbox controllers and SCUF controllers, official PlayStation controllers and SCUF controllers.
Yeah.
And the PlayStation Xbox ones outlast the SCUF controllers.
I just wish that I would have had a controller just for me, like my pink one, and be like, no one touch it. This is mine. And that way I could have analyzed it a little bit better because I know I take care of my stuff.
Yeah.
Like I had, what is my old iPad? What is that? It was called the new iPad, and that came out in like 2014
it looks
or
like
something
the thing
crazy.
That Moses used to write the 10 Commandments on.
And it's still in great condition.
Yeah.
You couldn't even update it anymore. Like I really try to take good care of my stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know how accurate that is.
Okay, but back to you had said earlier, you were talking about, okay, maybe they should make the controller cheaper or put like a disclaimer. Well, what about running shoes? Do they put a disclosure on there saying, okay, this is for the intense runner. It'll only last 3 months of intense running, or it'll last you 5 years. Dude, I had my Gears of War Globe shoes for like 10, 15 years.
But you didn't really use them unless we went to
exactly.
events.
It's the same thing as a controller. If I like to play, let's say Animal Crossing, where you're not really running hard or smashing the buttons or jerking the controller,
I mean, I guess it would be silly to put a disclaimer because not everybody's playing Call of Duty. And that's just like, and I know we're just saying Call of Duty. There are other games that...
Well, fighting games, but I use a fight stick and I can replace my joystick. I could just take it apart and just replace the part and I'm good.
Yeah, I guess analyzing it, everything is like that to an extent, depending on what you do with it, how often you use it, and how hard you use it.
I think the 1-year warranty is fair.
Yeah.
Because you're saying, look.
Oh, yeah, there's a warranty on it, then you're fine. So then they're doing class action lawsuits after the year?
I don't know. I just saw that and I was like, well, I don't have a problem. We have 2 DualSense 5s and I don't have a problem with them. We've had them since, I guess.
Knock on wood now.
Yeah, I know, right? But I am playing Overwatch, and Overwatch I am
so good.
Yeah, I'm I'm always playing Reinhardt, and I don't know. I think I am jerking on the controllers quite a bit.
I know I am.
I know I'm always back into the fray. I don't know. I think it's.
But I mean, it does. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just put a disclosure saying, hey, this is a controller. The more you use it,
yeah. I think if they put something, it'll kind of alleviate that problem that they're getting with the class action lawsuits, just as a CYA. But I mean,
common sense, right?
It's kind of like the whole coffee thing where that lady had hot coffee spill on her and she sued. I don't know who it was, McDonald's or something.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, okay, well now we have to put caution hot. It's common sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they had to do something like that.
Yeah. All right. So I saw the video and then I was just kind of like, why are they taking Sony to court? They're using the same parts as Xbox, PlayStation, and it's just people are really, maybe they're playing a lot of shooters and
have backup controllers ready. I don't know, but I'm glad that they did that. I do like that. What is their name? I know I wrote about them. I wrote about them like back in the day. Oh, yeah. I don't remember what it was at the time, but I wrote about them a few times.
Oh yeah, they broke did some cool stuff. Like the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, but yeah, they have really great breakdowns, and they sell a neat little toolkit. You can work on your iPads, phones, and your consoles. They have all the little gadgets and stuff.
Yeah,
I think
they're pretty awesome.
Yeah,
they're pretty awesome.
So
glad they did that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, right. I loved it, and it's getting a lot of traction too. So I'm like, attaboy. So hopefully that'll help Sony. It's 1-year warranty.
Yeah,
that's good enough.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of companies offer a year warranty for stuff like that. So yeah.
What are you playing, stranger? What are you buying? What are you playing? What are you playing, Ton?
All right, I won't talk about that one yet, but I played a little bit last night of Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury, just the whole Super Mario 3D World part. And I didn't play too much of it. I want to play more of that today. I wanted to do it this morning before the pod, but we just kind of start right when we wake up.
Yeah, it's fun to knock out the pod first thing in the morning where it's still, you could drink your coffee and it looks so pretty outside.
Yes, it's nice that way. So I did play that a little bit, and it's so cute because, of course, I picked Princess Peach.
Oh, terrible. It's a terrible choice.
Yeah, but I always did that, even with Super Mario 2.
I know.
And I liked how floaty she was and stuff like that. But is it bad? Do the others play better?
That was my old boo. My old boo since Super Mario Brothers 2. I loved how she would float and stuff. But then as you get better, Luigi's legs.
Yeah.
On Super Mario 2, I realized I don't need to float, and I could jump over. When you hold down Luigi, he charges and he'll jump extra high. So you don't have to
float
and get around. You can just say, I'm skipping all that. Luigi can do that. And then ever since then, Luigi's legs are just wonderful. And on this game, he also has that funkiness. It's a weird float, not really float, but he's got a great leap.
Like he has his own kind of funk.
Yeah. He's totally. I love Luigi. So I just play him, and Toad is trash on that game.
But I love the way they do that. Is that each character that you pick, you're going to have a whole different feeling and a whole different experience throughout the game, instead of just saying pick your skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of cool that they do that. And I wasn't aware that they did that with Super Mario 3D World, because I just always pick Peach. I wanted Rosalina, but apparently I can't use her until I beat the game.
Oh yeah, but you can't just beat the game. You have to get all the stars.
Oh my god.
It's not hard, actually. I'm at that already, and I pumped the brakes because I'm enjoying it. I just beat it on the Wii U.
Yeah.
I loved it, and now I'm playing on the Switch, and I was playing with one of our old friends, Jason, and a couple other Twitch viewers, and I don't recommend playing it with Twitch viewers because they. We'll just leave it at that. But what do you think, Ton?
I do like it a lot. I love playing it on the Switch too. I like the fact that, I'm a handheld girl, because you're always like, you want to put it on the TV? I'm like, no, this is mine.
Yeah.
I like just snuggling up on the couch.
Yeah, and I'm like,
being able to
I want to see what you're doing.
Well, you went upstairs.
I kind of want to see, and then you're like, no, I'm playing handheld. I was like, fine.
Well, if you wouldn't have gone upstairs, I would have put it on the TV.
No, I was watching UFC.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then I do like that aspect of it. And it just looks so good. It looks so great.
It's so adorable when she gets that cat
suit. Yes, I was gonna say the cat suit is so adorable.
I know.
And then
give me a onesie of that. I'll wear it.
I have the ears, but yeah, I would totally love the onesie.
Oh, that's right. You have the ears from the Wii U version.
They're right there
when we got it. That's right.
I was actually gonna put them on right now, but I have headphones. And then I do like the colors that they give her for her when she gets the fire flower.
What is it? White and
and red.
Oh, white and red. Oh, okay.
Looks really cool. I like it a lot. I don't know. I did one of the dungeon parts where I'm just mashing, fireballs out there and.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll kill myself with the turtle shells, but.
Oh, I know.
So no, I love it. And then, oh my gosh, there's this part where the bricks are crystals, the purple crystals.
Oh yeah.
And then you walk on it and the beautiful sounds that it makes. And you're like, I love those little things that they look into and say, no, we're going to change the sounds, like the way they do with Animal Crossing when it's snowing and you're running in the snow. Those little things make a huge difference in the experience.
Yeah, people think, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's just not just about aesthetics and gameplay. It's about the whole package.
Oh yeah, and people think that Naughty Dog were the first ones. When Nathan Drake would walk against the wall and he puts his hand on the wall and kind of gets near it, and you're like, whoa, he's really interacting with the environment. And they think, oh, Naughty Dog. But if you look at even the early Mario stages, if something's coming by your head, Mario will look up at it. Or if you're walking and you see something, Mario will look and turn to it. And like you said, if you're walking on that stuff, they really get involved. And then when you go underwater, like the music, it gets
muffles.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you hear it and you're like, oh, that's so freaking awesome.
Yes.
And then you come up and you're like, oh, dude, it just, and then when I went underwater and that, you hear the music change, I was thinking of Donkey Kong Country. The underwater music is so good. And I was like, oh man, Nintendo they just know where to hit you.
Yeah, they do. They do.
That's probably one of my most favorite Marios. 3D Mario, I think it might even be my most favorite 3D Mario.
Really? Okay.
It's just so much fun. I'd beat it and I'm playing it again to beat it again. And I'm getting every star and I'm getting I can get all the what are they called? Stamps?
Mm-hmm. The stamps.
Yeah, and it's such a great game. And it's even fun with your friends. Not fun with strangers, fun with your friends. Cause
I don't like playing that. I'm sorry, I just totally cut you off.
No, that's okay. Because that's how I was. But I was playing with a couple viewers. Like Cappy's really good, and it was fun to play with Cappy. And then I was playing with Grass, and it was really fun to play with him. But once I got Grass and Jason on, and I'm talking to Jason, and then I'm like, there's just chaos going on. And you're like, dude, like I can play with Jason. Or I can play with Grass, but I can't play with both of them. Because it's just bananas. You're like, what the hell's going on? You know? Oh, man, I love that game.
I don't know. I can't play that with somebody right now. Maybe like you said, later. I just don't like it because it's like you kind of get bounced off of things and then you fall and, it drove me crazy.
Yeah. I just laugh when that happens. It's so funny because you're like doing something and then they knock you off and you're like, but you're laughing because you're just like, just don't die, dude. We got to get to the checkpoint. And then you're like in a bubble and you're like, you've seen him. He's almost going to die. You're like, pop the bubble, pop the bubble, pop the bubble. Oh, dude, it's so hilarious.
That somehow reminds me of when we're playing Overwatch and we're skirmishing. And it's that one stage. I never know the stage names or the map names. But it's that one where we'll all fly out to that one rock formation.
Oh, yeah.
And then you as freaking Reinhardt, like... bumping everybody off, and I'm like, freaking Gusto.
I didn't know how to do that until Adrian showed me how to do that.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you get up there, dude? And he showed me, and I'm like, oh, I love this stage.
Well, I was using Symmetra, and all I have to do is do the portal.
Oh, yeah.
And all you have to do is go into the portal, but no, you have to do your crazy thing and then just like totally knock me off. And I'm like, oh my God.
I wonder if Soldier 76 can get up there.
I don't know. I know DJ can. I know.
Lucio. Lucio can ride on the
Lucio.
On the wall, and he can get up there. But I don't know about Soldier 76.
And then whenever you were Lucio, then you'd like blast me off. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop it.
You have to, and you could blast
go
people
all the way around again.
You have to do that. So
we've been playing Overwatch.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And I've been playing some Luigi's Mansion 3. Mm-hmm. So confession, we usually buy, these games as soon as they come out, Nintendo first party, PlayStation first party, and Xbox first party. It's just like a thing we do. And we bought Luigi's Mansion, of course, in the GameCube when it came out, and everyone loved it. Everyone loved it. Yeah. And then Luigi's Mansion 2 came out on the 3DS. I bought it, and nobody played it.
I thought Bungie played the heck out of it.
No, nobody played Luigi's Mansion 2. Oh. And then Luigi's Mansion 3 came out on the Switch. I bought it, and nobody played it. I think Zion played it. Mm-hmm. And I never played it. I'll get the games for, whoever wants to play them, And then I actually fired it up for the first time, and it's actually a really good game. I can see why it didn't really... The first one, everyone loves it because they have that memory of it. Like Benj and Tito, they beat it in one sitting, and they love it because they were little kids when they played it, and they loved it. Now, this time around, it's a little bit more complex. Mm-hmm. Like now you have Luigi coming out of your little jetpack, and it's a second player. Yeah. So you have to do puzzles with the two characters, and then not only does he suck, he blows also. So he sucks in, he blows, and then how he jumps. Yeah. So it's a whole new dynamic, and it's not the easy Luigi's Mansion from back then. But I like it. I think it's great.
You're making me think of Zelda when Link couldn't jump, and then now he jumps in certain. So, you have to grow with.
Oh, which one? The one on the 3DS?
Environments, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, interesting. And I wonder why they didn't touch part 2.
Maybe because it was a 3DS and the kids were playing. Maybe at the time there was another game that was out that just kind of.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's actually a great game. It looks great. Yeah. It's funny. It's cute. There's parts where I'm like, how the hell do I get the mouse, with this piece of cheese? And I'm just going crazy. I'm like, oh, I flashed the mouse. Or the boss battles. I'm like, okay, I have to first get my plunger. Well, first I have to take his glasses off with my vacuum. I have to suck the glasses off. And then I have to flash him with my light. Mm-hmm. And then I have to get my plunger. And I have to throw my plunger at his weapon table thing or whatever, and I suck it up, and then I just start. Then I can actually get him and beat him up. So it's kind of tricky.
Yeah, like a combo, pulling off a combo.
Yeah. There's a lot of little elements. You don't just flash him, grab it, and then just smash him around. So I like that though because it breaks away from the whole monotony of like, oh, there it is, flash it, grab it. Flash it, grab it. And I'm like, okay.
Or just press one button and it does it all kind of thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I can see how kids really enjoyed the first Luigi's Mansion. Mm-hmm. And then this one's kind of like, I don't know. Not for me. But so far I'm enjoying it. I think I'm at, you have to get the elevator buttons to get to each floor. And I think I'm on floor 6 right now. So I have 1 through 6. So I don't know how many floors there are, but I'm really enjoying it.
That's a huge mansion.
And I was actually going to stream it this morning until you text me and say, hey, we're going to do the podcast right now. So, but yeah, that's what I've been playing. And I really like it. I really like the Luigi element. And every time I see that giant ghost, the female ghost, I think of Resident Evil 8. That everyone's like, whoa, that's a huge.
That one lady?
Yeah.
That comes out of that room?
Yeah.
I forget where she comes out of.
Yeah, and I think Luigi's Mansion 3 did it first. So that's the big boo. That's my big boo.
Oh, boy.
So, all right, Ton, it's time. Live from the unidentified. No. This is from the not-so-secret overground base. It's time for some news, Ton. I actually have some also.
Ooh.
What do you got? News? What do you got for us?
All right. So I kind of gathered some news last night. And the first one that I wanted to talk about is that the game development company Remedy announced a record financial year for 2020.
Wow.
Why did I write down 2021? Oh my gosh.
They're the ones that made...
That's what happens when I get it done at night.
Max Payne, original Max Payne, Alan Wake, Control, and there was another one. I can't think of that one. It was an exclusive Xbox game. I can't think of it.
I don't know.
It had Pippin from Lord of the Rings.
Remember? Oh, that did the voice. Oh, it was Detroit, not Detroit.
No. I don't know. It's
that's going to bother me.
Something Theory, I think maybe.
Quantum Theory.
Yeah, Quantum Theory. Yeah, that's it.
That's what I was thinking. Quantic Dream. That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, David Cage. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. We got that together.
There we go.
So what's crazy? They more than doubled its operating profit in 2020 and had a record year, but they didn't release any games.
Oh, attaboy. How's that work?
Well, okay.
They bought GameStop stock.
We'll go into that, but the full revenue, it's up by 30% at, okay, what is this? It's not pounds. What's that?
Oh, is that the euro? Is that?
Oh, yeah, euro. Okay. Thank you. 41.1 million euro. Wow. And then, so the operating profit was 13.2 million euros, and it's over twice the 6.5 million achieved during the previous year. So that's one thing too. I was like, well, where did this record-breaking financial year come from if they didn't release any games? Well, it was continued sales of their game Control, which is right now it's free for PlayStation Plus members.
Gotta get it.
Yes, this month only. So if you haven't gotten it, make sure you download it. And so continued sales there. But they also released the game on more platforms. So it's on Steam, Xbox Game Pass, cloud services. And then an Ultimate Edition was also published by 505 Games.
My Ultimate.
And that included a next-gen upgrade for the console players too.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm playing. It's great.
So just from Control alone,
that's
gave them a record-breaking year.
Sweet.
So
they can make Alan Wake 2.
They did also release some expansions for Control 2. For Control as well. It's because you said 2, and I don't want them to think Control, there's another one. But they're slated to have a heavy release year this year.
Oh, give me some Alan Wake 2.
Well, they're producing a AAA game.
Oh, give me some.
Another small kind of project as well.
Oh.
And they're going to come out for console and PC. So it's a AAA game and a smaller one.
Okay.
And then they're also working with Smilegate on Crossfire X, which is a single-player campaign of an Xbox exclusive shooter.
Okay.
So that's what they're going to be working on this year.
Wow.
So...
Well, hopefully we get some Alan Wake 2. I really love Alan Wake 2. I wonder if they can do it again because that game was so good.
I know, it was so good. And we keep talking about it recently. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I always go back to it and I'll play it. I even played the backwards compatibility.
It scares me too.
And then it, unfortunately, it doesn't really age that well. But
really?
Yeah, but in my head, I'm just like,
Oh, it scares me way too much. I'm sure it'll still scare me. Yeah. So then I don't know, having a heavy release year this year, how their numbers will be. Maybe it'll be next year where they'll have record-breaking numbers again. I don't know.
Yeah, what'll be worse is if they release a game and they don't have record-breaking numbers. So it's
I know.
We do better when we don't release games.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's why maybe 2022 will be their year if they don't release anything. But I like Remedy, so I wish them nothing but luck for this year.
And hopefully they don't get picked up by Tencent
50,
or the Embracer Group. So I did want to talk about really quick the Nintendo Directo.
Okay.
It came out and I was so stoked. I was like, okay, they're going to show me some Bayonetta 3. I need to see some Bayonetta 3 and I ain't leaving until I see it. And it didn't happen. They came out with some new characters for Smash Brothers from Xenoblade Chronicles, Pyra and Mithra. Not from Azura's Wrath, unfortunately. But there's those new two characters and they're just sword swinging female anime girls. So I think there's a mixed reaction. As always, the Smash group, they're never happy.
Oh, no, they're not.
And of course, they showed Bravely Default 2, some more Monster Hunter Rise. Fall Guys is coming out on the Switch, which is quite funny that it's on the PlayStation 4. Those are good friends from Johnny.
Yeah.
But
Devolver.
Yeah, Devolver Digital. And it's funny because they announced it, of course, came out on the PlayStation 4, And then Xbox is like, hey, it's coming out over here too, right? And they're like, no, scratch that. It's coming out on the Switch.
That's awesome, actually.
So
that's going to be a good Switch game.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I think it'll work great.
Oh yeah, kids love that game. And then they announced or they showed Miitopia, and right when I was watching Miitopia, it reminded me of the Street Pass game we used to play because you would use your friends for dungeons.
Yes.
But I was like, I don't want Miitopia.
I missed that.
I want that other game that I got you. Remember that one? You'd play as me, it's like an RPG game, or it was like remember all the kids started playing it. It's like a little me character.
Oh, where they talk all weird. I can't do it.
What was the name of that game?
God.
Dude, I know that.
That's going to bother me now.
Zion was like, I want that game. And then Tito started playing it.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that we were at Walmart and we were living in Odessa at that time. And then I go, look, Mitomo.
Yeah, Miitomo, that's right.
Yeah, and I go, look, it's on clearance. I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not going to be any Animal Crossing because that's when I was still hooked on New Leaf.
Yeah.
And yeah, that game's so weird. I think
that game right now would be gangbusters with the whole Animal Crossing, and then
it's a good to come out after Animal Crossing. Yeah, everyone has died down and stuff.
So I was like, Miitopia, no, give us some of that,
That's so hilarious.
But hopefully that'll come out because that was always real fun, right? Because your friends that you Street Pass with would appear on there.
Yeah, I would have Harada. Harada was like in my little, I don't know if it's like it's an apartment complex.
Yeah.
And they have their own little rooms and you'd go visit them and I'm like, what's up, Harada? And then we had, what's his name?
Fizame?
Did I have Fizame in mine? No, I had Kamiya.
Oh, Kamiya?
Yeah, he was in there and he had his little glasses up on his forehead.
Yeah, up on his head, yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of cool people in there too, so it was hilarious. It was great.
Funny. So yeah, I didn't want Miitopia. I'd rather have that.
Miiverse? Wait, what was it again?
I don't even remember.
Oh God,
you just said it.
I know.
And then they showed Animal Crossing, the Mario stuff.
I missed it. I need to go back and watch that. Ugh, I think I went to go do something and you missed it.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that looks so cute. Like,
oh
man.
So how are they doing it? Since I forgot about it. Since I haven't played. So are they doing it the way they did before where you get to use the amiibo and then you put like any Zelda amiibo and it'll bring in Epona into your town or?
You know what? I don't remember that. I just remember seeing the bricks from the Mario and then it looks so neat because.
In their house?
No, in your, like you're walking outside and you see the bricks and you see the flag.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you can go into warp pipes. Geek, geek, geek. I was like, oh,
and they work?
Gosh. Yeah, they work.
Oh, that's cool. They didn't work in New Leaf. So neat. They're just decorative items.
Yeah, but it makes your town look so neat.
Oh yeah, I want them to bring in the characters though. I'll have to go back and watch that. I can't believe I forgot about it.
Yeah,
poor Animal Crossing. I'm just letting it dwindle.
I know. Yeah, I noticed too. I was like, hey Tom, do you want to play some Animal Crossing Valentine's event? She's like, nah.
Because once I miss everything, and I'm not going to time travel again. I only did it once. But I don't want to do that again. And I missed out on all the Valentine stuff. So I'm kind of upset. I'm pouting right now.
And then they showed Project Triangle something. It's just one of those RPG games. And they showed Star Wars Hunters. I was like, okay, that's not it.
I'm waiting for you to talk about the one that I'm excited for.
No More Heroes 3, which, you got to love Suda, Grasshopper manufacturer. But his games don't play that well. You just kind of like support him because he's cool, a nice guy. But his games, oh man,
he is a cool dude though. Yeah. But I do miss, what was that game, Lollipop Chainsaw or
Lollipop Chainsaw? Mm-hmm.
That was fun. I mean, it didn't play like amazing, but it was a lot of fun. And that's how No More Heroes is. So
yeah. But No More Heroes was torture to play.
I didn't play it.
I played it for the boss battles just to see each character how crazy he would get.
The kids were little then, so I couldn't play games like that.
Yeah. And then they showed more DLC for Hyrule Warriors, another game, Famicom Detective Games. And they're just a bunch of like RPGs. But then they showed Mario Golf.
Oh, no.
Mario Golf. People went crazy for that, except you heard one half going, I want Mario Worlds, playing. And I get that, but then the other half probably just wants to play golf and like, cool, throwing Marios and stuff. It was neat because it showed them all running on the field, running to their ball. And I was like, oh, that looks like fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. And then they showed, made an announcement for Splatoon 3.
Yes, I was waiting for you to talk about that.
I don't get that, though.
Why?
Because it's coming out 2022.
Oh,
so it's one of those things where, like, if Sony goes, hey, by the way, like what they did, we're releasing God of War, Ragnarok.
I forgot about that.
And everyone's like, oh, I'm excited. For what? We're not going to see it this year. Like, would you be surprised if Nintendo said, hey, we're going to release a new Metroid? Yeah, we know. We're going to release a new Donkey Kong? Yeah, we know. You get me excited when you release it this year. Not when you're going to release it next year.
Well, they showed stuff about it. So it's not like they just put the name up there and then...
They just showed us like a animated cartoon of it. Like, not even like gameplay footage.
Well, they normally do things like that when they don't have anything major to announce.
Yeah. Well, that's why the kids were like, dude, did you see that? I was like, it ain't coming out this year, bro. Like, if and that's what worries me, because why didn't they show Bayonetta 3? Is it not coming out this year?
Well, I mean, sometimes they save like really big announcements for like E3 and stuff, and I know they're still doing E3 virtually. Oh my God.
Not Nintendo.
Oh yeah, Nintendo doesn't do it.
Yeah.
But they usually do their own treehouse during that time. Their own treehouse event.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't say never yet.
Yeah. And then they did announce Eiji Aonuma came out and he talked about Zelda Skyward Sword, which I was like confused. Because it's today, I think, is Zelda's 35th anniversary.
Oh,
today.
Really?
And I was like, the way they did the Mario 3D collection.
Yeah.
Why not, for the Zelda's 35th anniversary, give me the Zelda 3D collection with Wind Waker, which is already on the Wii U. Mm-hmm. It looks freaking awesome. Skyward Sword, which you're releasing that one, and Twilight Princess HD, which these were all games that were on the Wii U. Mm-hmm. Put them on the Switch. And give me a 3D collection.
That would have been nice. I mean, they should have done something crazy. They didn't do anything for Zelda for his 35th?
Zelda Skyward Sword, and then also the Joy-Cons that are like a shield and a sword, which I'm not really interested in.
I got to see those. I probably would want those.
They already sold out. I didn't want them.
I'm sure I would want them.
Well, I mean, I want them, but I'm not going to buy them because I'm just like, no. And then they weren't gold. Traditionally, all the Zelda things are gold.
Yeah, they are.
But whatever. So, yeah, I was disappointed in that because I would have rather had Wind Waker HD than Skyward Sword. But whatever. It gives me a reason to play Skyward Sword again. And then I'm sure they're going to announce, just wait. Why give me a 3-pack when they could sell them individually? Get $60 a pop.
Oh, those are boring.
Yeah, they look kind of neat, though.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. So that was the Nintendo Direct. Even Jason was like, I'm like a little, I forgot what score he gave it. I don't know if he gave it an 8 or a 6, but I was a little disappointed as well. I was like, yeah, Splatoon, we all know it's coming. Donkey Kong, yeah, it's coming. Kirby, yeah, that's coming also. Like, give me something that I'm not expecting.
I don't like those Joy-Cons.
So, one other thing. Tekken 7 DLC. That's an old game. But what's interesting is that they mentioned that there's going to be an Xbox Series X and Series S enhancement. Which, dude, give me 120 frames per second. That would be pretty damn awesome. 4K?
Isn't that annoying that you have to always slow down before you say Xbox Series X or S?
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's like it's been out for months and we still have to like slow down. And even right now, I tried not to slow down and I messed it up. That's cool news.
Yeah.
All right. So we've also discussed Apple and Valve's continued Fortnite legal battles in a previous episode.
Oh, that's still happening?
Oh, yeah. Valve is fighting back against Apple's subpoena.
Oh, wow.
Yep. They wanted Valve to turn over, and I'm going to have to read a little bit of this because it gets a little in-depth here. So they wanted documents sufficient to show Valve's, and it has like A, B, C, D, E. So total yearly sales of apps and in-app products. They also wanted the annual advertising revenues from Steam, annual sales of external products attributable. Oh my gosh.
Attributable? What?
Like an attribute. Attributable. Why can't I? You guys get it.
Yeah.
To Steam. Annual revenues from Steam and annual earnings, whether gross or net from Steam.
Wow.
So they wanted it in a readily accessible format, and Valve refuses to produce it. They also request a document sufficient to show Valve's total yearly sales of apps and in-app products. Is that the same thing? Yeah, it is. Okay. But
so who's requesting this?
Apple is.
Oh, weird.
Because remember, they started doing like in-app purchases for Steam, and Apple's like, no, we've got that on lockdown. You're not doing that. So they're subpoenaing all of this information from Steam. Okay, watch. So Apple claims that the request, they don't raise any risk of any competitive harm at all, right? But they're wanting everything from Steam, and that's like on PC. What does that matter? It doesn't even make any sense. So Valve's counsel argues somehow in a dispute over mobile apps, a maker of PC games does not compete in the mobile market or sell apps as being portrayed as a key feature. It's not. The extensive and highly confidential information Apple demands about a subset of the PC games available on Steam does not show the size or parameters of the relevant market and would be massively burdensome to pull together. Apple's demands for further production should be rejected.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's weird. But I mean, I could see them because I would, it sounds like something that I would tell the attorney, say, hey, can we stall them, or can we get them to just throw this out, or
not even stall them? Like, who wants to stall them? Apple or Valve?
Apple.
No, Apple's wanting all of this
the
subpoena.
Information. Yeah.
They want the information. It's not stalling anything. They just want it, I think, for competitive stuff.
Probably, yeah. I don't get that whole thing, but I just know it's ugly. It makes no sense. And I know that there are a lot of people making a crud ton of money.
A what ton of money?
Crud ton of money, like with in-app purchases and just because I guess supposedly the iPhone or the mobile market is just crushing.
Oh yeah.
Because think about it, not everyone has consoles or PCs, but everyone has a cell phone.
Someone just picked it up, and I didn't put that in on the news. Now I wish I would have. Someone.
Like if
was
1%,
it EA? I think it was EA Games just picked up a mobile game company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't
Zynga?
put it in the news.
Zynga?
It wasn't them. It was, I hadn't heard that name before, but
yeah, because if 1% buys your game, you made it.
Yeah,
1%. So it's like, you know.
Yep. Crazy. It's just a crazy legal battle going back and forth. If it's not one thing, it's another. It's like, okay, well, we're going to take it down. Okay, well, we want you to put it back up. And now we want to subpoena all of your sales on Steam, PC related sales, like that. It doesn't even matter. And I think it's just Apple being Apple and trying to get what they can. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll kind of keep you guys posted. But a major event went on this week, and it was,
I know.
What was it?
Overwatch 2.
Blizzcon.
No, Overwatch 2 Con.
Blizzcon 2021. But can we talk about what we found out about Overwatch 2?
Yeah, well, real quick, though, they did announce Diablo 2. It's going to be, like, remade. And I was never a Diablo 2 fan. I know a lot of people are, so when I saw it, I was just like, I guess if you're into that, that's cool.
Okay,
and then
so
Diablo
before
4,
you move on.
Go ahead.
Since you brought it up, since that's in the news.
Yeah.
Real quick before you move on, it's
Diablo
2 Resurrected was announced at BlizzCon.
Yep.
It's a remastered version of Diablo 2 that's going to include the game and its Lord of Destruction expansion. Oh, gosh. It's too early. Attributable.
Yeah.
Attributable.
Oh,
forget it. It's going to take advantage of the tech available in the modern console. So it'll have, a lot of things, but it mainly, 4K support. It's going to have that cross progression support. So that way you can save on one platform.
That's right. I saw that.
And then pick up on another one.
Yeah.
Of course, enhanced gameplay elements, improved UI, increased stash amount. And what's cool about that is that your stash is going to be shared for all of the characters on one single battle.net account.
Oh, cool.
So I thought that was cool. That's going to be released later this year. It's going to be available PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Ooh, I didn't have to slow down. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch. And they also released an official trailer that you can go ahead and check that out online.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead.
No, yeah, and then they announced, I think,
I wanted
Diablo
to start
4.
with Overwatch.
But the one thing that Ton and I, you guys haven't figured it out yet, we're really into Overwatch. So we were watching the announcement, and it was Jeff Kaplan.
Yeah.
And every time you see me, like, what are you going to announce? Stranger. So, yeah, they were showing a couple buffs for Reinhardt.
Yes. Yep.
So I'm excited, but I'm worried. I'm a little worried with the announcement.
Why?
Okay, do you remember Plants vs. Zombies 1?
Oh, that's right.
We loved it. We platinumed it because we loved it so much. They released...
Wait, are you talking about Garden Warfare or the initial? Okay.
Yeah, we love that one too.
I thought you meant like the tower defense one.
Yeah, that one's great too.
Okay.
But Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, the family loved it.
Yeah.
We all played together and we
it was so
game.
Fun.
We platinumed it. And we were so excited for part 2. It came out and we didn't play it.
Yeah.
They created like a hub world and all these different things you can do.
Kind of weird.
We didn't touch it. And
I tried.
I'm worried that with Overwatch 2, they're getting a little too ambitious because they're doing like skill trees and
like hero missions.
Well, I want a single player campaign with the story I've been watching.
Yeah.
Because I love the story.
Oh, yeah.
I would love an animated movie. I would buy it. I would watch it. I would take you guys and we'd have a great time. Because even the shorts, I'm like, put this together on a big screen and I will freaking watch it with the family. Mm-hmm. But give me the story to play. That campaign, game of the year.
Yeah.
Now, the multiplayer is what worries me because if it gets too complex, people are going to be like, this isn't what we want. We want to just jump in and play. And now you're telling me there's a skill tree and there's all these... Reinhardt, he can freeze you or he can throw fire and...
He can?
Yeah.
I didn't know he could freeze.
Yeah, with one of the skill trees or something. And I'm like, please tell me that's just for like a custom game.
I was thinking that's what it was.
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, it was cool because it was a whole behind the scenes look at Overwatch 2. And it had like some of the dev team talking about the game. And it was funny. I don't remember who it was that said, he's like, oh, wait, I could talk about it. You know, I'm notorious for accidentally leaking information. Was it Kaplan? No, it wasn't Kaplan.
No, underneath Kaplan. It was underneath.
Yeah, I'm remembering there were 6 of them.
Yeah.
It was the guy right
underneath, yeah.
But that was funny. And okay, so we were talking about sounds right now for Mario games, right? Or Nintendo games. And it showed a part where they shot different kinds of guns in different kind of environments.
Yeah.
And like even shooting into
canyons,
tunnels.
Yeah, or little condensed areas or in a condensed area, going out the condensed area. Like it's just different scenarios.
Yes. So I'm excited about that because it's those little elements that you're like, it makes it true to the environment.
Yeah.
And I think that that's going to be really cool when
even meleeing the characters, or even as you're running out of ammo, you can hear it just like Gears of War. It's a feeling where I hit that. And this is going to be like, okay, I can hear my bullets running out. Let me reload now. Wow.
That was so funny last night when I ran out of, I don't know. I was running past you and you were too close for me to shoot and I like meleeed you in the face and I'm laughing. You're all, I didn't feel it. Felt like a mosquito.
Well, I'm Reinhardt.
Anyway, so they're going to have, the new maps. Okay, so there's Rome that looks absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And then there's New York.
Oh, yeah, it looks cool too.
Yes. So those are the two new
desert
maps.
One, how they have like environments, like if it's like sandstorms or ice storms.
Oh, that's right.
And when you're playing, and all of a sudden you're just like, whoa, I can barely see anyone. And that's when you'd use that one girl,
Widowmaker,
where you can see where all the enemies are. Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, and they were talking about like, I guess depending on your area, that the environments will be. I forgot about that. I didn't note that. I'm glad you brought that up. They're going to have like new weapons, like that rail gun.
Yeah. Oh, that new character.
The new character, I think, Sojourn.
I don't know.
And then there are some character reworks that they talked about, like Reinhardt getting 2 flamethrowers.
Oh yeah, 2. So okay, so this is what I'm worried about also. I pretty much get first dibs. Are you going to
be buffed?
I don't want to be buffed because I'm pretty sick. My Reinhardt is ready. But I like my Reinhardt. I enjoy playing him, and I always get to choose him because nobody wants to play Reinhardt. So it's great.
I'm really bad with Reinhardt.
And I'm worried that once they start doing this, all these little kids are going to be like,
oh, yeah,
I want to be Reinhardt. No, I want to be Reinhardt. And I'm like, I'm Reinhardt. So
You know what though? Reinhardt is already strong, so having two flamethrowers, I'm like, oh. And then you get buffed and healed from Mercy, then forget it. You have that combo going on.
Or did you see that blast shield where I hit it and it's like a radius around me? I'm like, so I don't know what they're doing. And they said, which was really neat, CD Projekt Red should look into this because they said it's ready. Like we can play the game.
Yeah, They want it perfected.
We're gonna fine tune it, and I'm like, I hope they get these Overwatch League guys to play it and to give them the input. Critique. Say, hey, we don't need this, we don't need that, or this is great, but release it later. I mean, I'm sure they know what they're doing, but I cannot wait.
I know
that is my most anticipated game. It looks so good. It's pretty looking.
I wanted an announcement on the loot boxes that you'll get more on the character that you play as.
Well, I wanted to see what Devo's going to look like because
I know they didn't talk too much about her.
And they show what the characters look like, which they look the same. But I want to see the new costumes they're going to give.
I know. They only showed that for like McCree, how he's more aged and his longer beard. And then Farah's transparent visor to show more of her facial expressions. That was nice. I know there were other things.
Reinhardt also, but nothing like
Reaper.
Yeah, Reaper.
I mean, it wasn't really that big. Like it's more silver or white rather than bone white. Like little things. But Winston's getting 2 jumps too.
Oh, that's good because I think he's an interesting character, but he needs a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I think that's perfect for him. But Reinhardt, I really think they should leave him alone. Oh, I can now charge and I could stop.
Oh, that's right. So like D.Va does.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's, because usually when I charge, I will look for like a line of people. But unfortunately, one sticks to me and the others just kind of blast off.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if I can do like a baseball bat where I could charge and I could hit them all and stop and they all fly off.
That would be neat. Cool because you always sacrifice yourself.
Yeah.
And that would keep you from having to do that.
Yeah, although it is fun because I always hear that Aerosmith song. When I see you,
why that song?
Because it's the Final Destination song when the guy's like killing himself.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. My Reinhardt is ready.
But the team wanted the game to feel completely new and not like an extension. I mean, I can kind of see where you're a little nervous about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope that whole tree thing was, I thought it was for...
Maybe the single player campaign?
I didn't think it was for that. I thought it was for like those little side games, the ones that we don't really play.
Oh, you know what else they said? When you're playing the single player campaign, it's like Persona, where if it's you and Chie, you get a different...
interactions.
So if it's Reinhardt and Bridget, or if it's Reinhardt and...
Bridget.
Whoever May, then we'll have a different kind of storyline.
It's kind of like that when you get next to each other before the game starts and they're talking to each other and you get like a little snippet of it. And that's the thing about Overwatch 1. It starts off with Winston trying to gather everybody. I love that. You do such good voices. I can't do that.
Not at all.
And when you got those shorts, you're like, oh, I get it. I see that now.
I love
the animated shorts, not like shorts you wear. And I do want a story mode where I can just kind of get that whole story and immerse myself into that world.
Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps because of the way May and Winston, how they get together, and then Reinhardt, and that's such a good animated short.
I want more. So I want more of a story. We already are attached to the characters.
Yes.
Take us there. Like,
and you know what's
completely
crazy?
take us there.
It's just a multiplayer game and we're attached to the characters.
I know.
Of the shorts.
I know. But even before the shorts, we were already attached to them. So those shorts come out and then you're even more attached. So just immerse us now. Yeah. Like, just let us
game of the
drown
year.
us in it.
Yeah. All right. I think that's enough Overwatch.
Okay. We could go on forever. So still on the BlizzCon, this is great. This is probably the other good thing that happened. So during Metallica's opening ceremony for the streamed event, Twitch replaced their music with generic royalty-free music to avoid a DMCA takedown.
So funny.
Now, this happened on the official Twitch gaming channel, but it didn't occur on like other Twitch channels, such as like Blizzard's. Like it didn't happen there. It was just Twitch's.
That's so funny.
Or even live streams. It didn't happen there, but the Twitch gaming channel. Okay. What made it funny to me, I could just say it in 2 words. Metallica and Napster.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because I was laughing about it, and you're all, it's funny how I go, oh, it's so, like on so many levels, this is hilarious. I mean, they paved the way for this. So, and Twitch did what's right, because it's like...
Lars versus Napster, that was old.
It was old, but that's what I think is so hilarious, because they're like, well, I'm going to do this because this is what we promote and this is what's right. And Metallica paved the way for this. So, you know what I mean? It's like, it's hilarious on so many levels.
Yeah, that's so funny, man. I would have loved to seen like country music playing while they're just trying to rock heavy metal.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I was like, wow, Metallica.
I was just, I don't know. You told me and I just couldn't stop laughing. Okay. Don't choke on your coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about Diablo.
Yeah.
Let's go over that. Okay, this is kind of cool. There's a trailer out there for Street Fighter appearance in Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
More specifically,
Ryu
and
Chun-Li.
They joined the item shop yesterday, actually, and they just released the blog about all of the details on it just yesterday. So last night, what I unearthed is that Ryu can be played using his traditional white gi, black belt, and red headband, or you could get the battle variant for Chun. Or actually, there's more on him. So on their blog, they said that the Ryu outfit comes equipped with the training bag back bling. That's hard to say. Training bag back bling, and the built-in Shoryuken emote.
Shoryuken.
For Chun-Li, she comes with her traditional outfit and her nostalgia variant, which is kind of like the Bruce Lee outfit, but it's blue and yellow.
Oh, yeah.
And she comes equipped with a super cab masher back bling and built-in lightning kick emote. And then it says here, complete her look with the 7-star flashing veil pickaxe. Fudge. Maybe we should wait a little bit after we wake up, which that part is sold separately. So the Ryu and Chun-Li bundles also include the player select loading screen. And then separately, the Ryu and Chun-Li gear battle includes the Sumo Torpedo Glider and 2 pickaxes, the 7-star flashing veil, and signpost pummeler pickaxes. I don't know what all that is, but I'm sure that Fortnite players will know what the heck I'm talking about.
Right. I like the way the characters look. I'm okay with the look.
They look great. They look really good.
I like it. I would love to see more. Of course, I want to see Zangief for Mother Russia. I want to see Blanca, but I think Chun-Li and maybe Guile. Guile would be great because he looks like one of the Fortnite characters.
Those are those items.
Oh, that's so good.
It looks cool, huh?
Yeah. So that's great. So now we actually have a new Marvel versus Capcom, because you could put Wolverine versus Ryu and have Marvel versus Capcom on Fortnite. That's great. Just throw everyone in there, dude. If they can get Samus in there, oh, that'd be so great. If they can get whatever.
Oh my gosh, Marvel versus Capcom. I think I used to play as Psylocke.
Oh yeah, Psylocke. That's
Psylocke.
Yeah.
Psylocke. Jeez, God, I used to love that game. Okay. Yep, cool stuff.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see more and more characters. Like just keep throwing them all in there, and then maybe they could make something else with all those characters. Yeah.
No, this is pretty cool. Viz Media announced the Creative Gene. It's the English translation of the Hideo Kojima book.
Oh yeah.
The normal name, I think it's called like The Gifted Gene and My Lovable Memes, a collection of essays from the Metal Gear and Death Stranding. Okay, forget it. I don't even know where the title starts and finishes. So it's like all of the influences and inspirations that shaped Hideo Kojima. You see the K's and you're like, Hideki coming out. Okay. Kojima.
Yeah.
all of his inspirations and stuff, which I think is really cool. The translated version is called The Creative Gene, and that's going to be released on October 12th of this year. So cool little thing to see, because Kojima, his brain is just on a whole other level.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be great to see like what inspired that and what kind of takes him to certain places, you know?
Yeah.
I thought that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. It'd be neat to see that he's what everyone thinks. They're like, oh, well, maybe he's doing this, and then you find out he's reading a bunch of far right books.
I mean, just look at him though. Like, he's just so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's all right. I think he's a little overrated, but because I think he gets, he thinks a little
too highly of himself.
Or he's like, oh, I gotta put a twist on this twist, and then I'll put a twist on this twist, and then he's like, I don't even know what the hell is going on anymore. But I gotta wrap this up.
The Metal Gear Solid timeline.
Yeah. So
it's kind of cool. Okay, so this is the full title. It's the creative. This was the original full title. The Creative Gene: How Books, Movies, and Music Inspired the Creator of Death Stranding and Metal Gear Solid.
Wow.
Yeah. So now it's just the Creative Gene. He probably came up with the initial title and they were like, let's not do that because people are going to get really confused.
Yeah.
All right. Last bit of news that I have on my plate. Bungie is expanding their studio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The expansion will increase Bungie's headquarters footprint from 84,000 square foot to more than 208,000 square foot. No, it's wherever their headquarters is. I think it's in Washington.
Yeah, probably.
It could be, or should be, completed by fall of 2022, which is kind of crazy. That's just next year. It sounds like a long time away, but if you think about it, for a whole big expansion like that, that's really not that far out. And the studio expansion will be used to tell new stories in the Destiny universe and create entirely new worlds in upcoming IPs.
Oh, wow. Good for them.
Mm-hmm. And Bungie plans to bring at least one new IP to the market before 2025.
Oh, wow. That's pretty damn awesome.
Yes. And in 2022, the studio will also open its first international office in Amsterdam for its publishing and marketing division as well. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I would like for them to do like the way they started Halo, like a single player story. I would like for them to go back to do something like that, just to show Microsoft, like, look, these are our roots, and how you like me now, because they got 343 and whatever. But that's interesting.
Yeah, they're in Bellevue, Washington.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, I'm always excited for anything Bungie does because they've always put out gold, in my opinion. But also, I think the Capcom Cup is going on right now, and
nice.
Daigo, the Beast Umahara, is still in, so I'm hoping he gives some of us old guys hope that we still have it.
He's another one that came out with a book that I wouldn't mind reading.
Oh yeah, he always sells them. He always sells them at the Capcom Cups and the Evo. Mm-hmm. So he makes money. He signs them too, and I think he signs them for free as long as you
get it. Yeah, I'd like that. I would like that book. That'd be cool. Support him.
Yeah, I should get the kids to read that.
It's called The Will to Keep Winning.
That's right, even though he hasn't won in quite a bit. Shh. I'm just kidding. No, he's winning in other ways because he's winning with Twitch as the Twitch ambassador.
Oh, he's awesome.
Got his,
I really like him.
He's the Michael Jordan of our... I think you could say that, right? He's the Michael Jordan of fighting games.
I think so. And then it's another thing. I know we're always like, oh, well, they're real nice. But I think it also makes a difference when on that level that... when you meet somebody, you're like, oh, they're not a jerk or whatever. But he is also, he's a very, very, very nice guy, and he's very humble, and
seems that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know his personal life, and
true, but you can still be a jerk when you meet somebody and be like, me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Like who?
No,
now I have to wait till afterwards for you to say it. Fine. Okay.
Yeah. But all right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Introverts Supercast. Remember, you could find us on Twitch. On Twitch, we're the Introverts Super Crew 1212. You can find us on there. And you can't find us on, maybe you can find us on social media, but I don't like social media, so we avoid that. We do have our own Discord channel. But Ton, What you got for the people?
I don't know. I guess I always say the same thing, but a little moment of kindness can last a lifetime. So be kind to one another. Oh gosh, I think somebody else uses that. Be kind. So,
be kind, rewind.
Sure. Yeah, I like that one. Be kind, rewind.
Yeah. Remember, guys, stay away from news, stay away from social media, and keep gaming. We're out.